Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Draw 2. My name's Ramny, and this is another episode of Mini How to Draw. Before we begin, I just want to say a few things. As usual, what you guys need is a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pen so you can ink afterwards. As you're watching this tutorial, remember that you can pause at any time so you can catch up on your drawings. We all draw at different speeds, so find a pace that works for you and stick to it. And also, if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely fine as well. So having said all of that, let's get to the tutorial. For this Red Hood tutorial, I've got my paper in landscape mode, and we're going to be drawing him up to the, probably mid-thigh, or a little bit higher than that. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle at the top for the head. And as always, you guys, we are going to be drawing just the basic shapes. We're going to block out the shapes first before we get into the details. Okay, so here's the circle. We're going to draw two lines going down on the sides. He's going to be looking down on this tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these go pretty narrow, pretty fast, like this. And then I'm going to draw the chin down here. So it doesn't have the square jaw like I normally do in my usual drawings. So that's what it looks like. And let's go ahead and get started with drawing the hood. So I'm going to draw pretty much just a covering that goes over his head like this. It's going to be an upside down U shape pretty much. And from that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line right here, pretty much covering the circle. So I want the hood to cover that circle, that first circle that we did. I'm going to draw a line right here, and sort of off center, I'm going to start shaping that hood. So it's going to look like that. So it's going to look not quite centered, not symmetrical. And so that's what it's looking like right there. I'm going to erase that because we don't really need it much anymore. Okay, so now let's continue. I'm going to draw two lines going in like this, and then I'm going to draw right around here. I'm going to draw a line going across like that. We'll fix that later on when we do the rest of the body. And now let's figure out where the shoulders are going to go. Here's one shoulder right there and the other shoulder right here. So the shoulders are slightly below where this point right here is, as well as this. And you want the shoulders to go about that wide. And over here a little bit wider. Let's make that one a little bit wider. So it looks like that, and then here's the tip of the shoulder, or here's where the seam is on the jacket, and here's the seam on the jacket on that side. And we're just going to round it off for the shoulder right there. Okay, now you want to make sure that you've got the proportions right. I am finding that my shoulders are a little too wide, so you want to narrow that down a little bit, and make sure that your shoulder's not too big. Otherwise, the head will look way too small on the body. Okay, so we've got that shape. Let's continue. And I'm going to find the bottom of the chest. And so if this is the head, you want to measure down about an appropriate amount for the chest. And before we continue with anything, I'm also going to draw a line going down kind of right there. It's a little bit closer to the left than it is at the right. But that's the center line going down. Okay, this goes across now. This is where the chest is going to go. So imagine the chest kind of going like this. Of course, these parts right here are going to be covered by the jacket. So we only really want to worry about this line right here. And I'm going to draw another line below that right there. Okay, from here, let's go back over here, and we're going to draw where the jacket is opening up. I'm going to draw one line, and then I'm going to draw another line right here, right beside it, like that. I'm going to go on the other side now. You'll have to excuse me, by the way, if you hear my voice is a little bit stuffy. I do have a stuffy nose right now. Okay, so let's draw a line like that, and we'll draw another one like this. His jacket does have two layers on it, a darker red layer, which is part of the hood, and then a white jacket above all of that. So that's what it looks like right now. Let's leave it like that. Now, you want to find an appropriate place to close off the jacket, or the shirt, and it goes right here. Okay, now, well, I'm going to draw a buckle right here. Actually, let's put that buckle in the center. And that's essentially a square. And the belt, I'm just going to draw like that. And then right around here is where I'm going to put the crotch area. And I actually want that to be lower. So here you go. And over here, I'm just going to draw a zigzag. It goes all the way down. And from here, line going out and another zigzag line going up. So that's essentially where the loose fabric is on the crotch area right there. So I'm just going to draw these for now. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's start shaping the sides of the jacket. And this one goes down and goes narrow. It gets a little bit narrow as you go down the body. And same thing over here. We'll start over here, and it gets pretty narrow right around here. And it just goes down like that. Okay? You want the inner jacket or sweater to go down about here is a good place. It's a little lower than the outside layer. So it goes down to here, and I want this to go out like that. And same thing over here. You want to make sure that these two are aligned very similarly. And it goes out like that. And then over here, right around where the belt sort of goes around, the bottom part of the belt, it goes out like that and like that. Okay, and then the jacket, the inner layer, close it off, bring it up so that it creates this little spot right here, this little extra thickness on the outer layer, here and here. All right, moving on. Let's figure out where the pants are going to go. It goes down this way, and over here it goes down like that. Of course, he's got some holsters right here. He's got a strap that goes on this leg right here. I'm going to draw a rectangle right there with one of those clips right there, and he's got a holster in which he carries his magazines on this side. So that's going to pretty much look like this. So here, I'm going to create this kind of block right there. And this block sort of comes out here and here. And he's got another strap that's down below here, but we don't get to see that. It's going to be covered. But over here, close that off. I want this. I'm going to layer it so it looks like that for now. And then he's going to draw a rectangle right there and another one right here. That's going to be the magazines for his guns. Okay, now let's do the same thing over here. From here, I'm going to draw a line going across. That's going to be the strap right there. Rectangle in the middle with those two half circle thingies for the little buckle part. Okay, right here, I'm going to draw that blocky looking shape. Okay, and then these two things that stick out from there goes out. And it sort of forms that kind of T shape on the sideways T. Inside, I'm going to create an outline like this. And then I'm going to draw two magazines on this side as well. Okay, let's go to the belt over here. I'm going to start right here at the center of the belt. I'm going to draw a line across, and then kind of a triangle, starting with this line over here. Imagine drawing a triangle like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the corners so that they're rounded. And then here, another strap. That's for his gun. I think it's for his gun. Sort of looks like that. Let's draw a little circle right there. And we'll fix that up later on when we get to there. And yeah, so that's the holsters down here. Let's go back to the torso. Before we get to the arms, let's go back to the torso. And right around this spot right here, I'm going to draw kind of it looks like an underwear shape, I guess you could say. It's low down here. And then I just bring it up kind of like that. And then just below that, right here, I'm going to start the red hood symbol. And I'm going to start with a triangle there. And right here, where the line for the chest is, I'm also going to start a triangle that's narrower than the triangle at the top. Okay? Not a triangle because it's only two sides you're drawing. And then now we're going to draw a line going across at the top and at the bottom. Okay? Down at the bottom, I'm going to draw another line going across, kind of at the center. And right around here, it goes up like that. At the top now, a short line going across and two triangles. With the tips, you don't want the tips of these triangles to be as high as the center tip. So you want this to be high. You want these to be slightly lower than that. So there is a good spot, and here's a good spot. And then here at the bottom, you just continue, and it goes down slightly, and you don't really get to see the rest of the symbol. So it looks like that. That's the red hood symbol right there. He's got this thing down here. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a rectangle, and then two more circles right there. And let's draw the shoulder pads. It starts right here. It goes like this, and then I'm going to draw another line down here, and it goes diagonal like that. Okay, and then it goes up the seam of the jacket there. I'm going to divide this into three, and I'm going to give it a little bit of padding like that. And I'll do the opposite side. I'll do the same thing. Just like that. All right, now let's work on, let me erase this and this. We're kind of getting into the details now. I said I was going to block it first, but we're sort of slowly adding details to the drawing, really. Let's go over here and let's figure out where the arms are going to go. I want right around here to where, I want this to be where the arm sort of comes out on this side of the left arm. And you want it to kind of go like this and like this. So you kind of want to draw that. Figure out, you want his arms to sort of not touch his sides. You want it to stick out a little bit on both sides, like he's ready for a duel. And you kind of want this to be equal sized and this to be equal sized as well. And you want right around here, you want to end that jacket off. Maybe a little bit higher. Actually, that's good. And then another one right here. So he's going to have that red sweater or that red jacket, the second layer, to be inside. So that's what this is. That's the red layer. And then here's the jacket outside of it. I'm going to create, well, this is where the elbow is going to be, right around here and right here. And let's draw it on this side now. Let's make sure that we're kind of drawing the same length on the other side. You want that inner layer to be narrower than the outer layer. And also as another trick, you kind of want to make these more rounded. If you guys can do that, that would be a lot easier. Not so straight, but rounded like this. Do the same thing with this. That'll make things a little better looking. Okay. Now right here, I'm just going to create the fabric wrinkles. So some there, and some right there. See, now you see where this, the shoulder pads, you want to continue that so it goes down this way, and then it pretty much goes down the jacket. As you cross the elbow line, you want it to come a little bit closer to the center until you get to the center right here. Okay, and as I do that, I make sure that I don't have a straight line. And now over here, we can figure out where the padding goes. The padding ends right around there, so you want to give this a little bit of, what do you call it? Padding, right? Draw a line right there, so the padding sort of bubbles up right there and right here. And then he's got some, right around the elbow part, he's got kind of a elbow padding, I guess. It's the white part of his grayish jacket right there. And then the rest of it is just the jacket, except for a strap that goes right here. And right where the center line crosses that strap, I'm going to cover that with a rectangle. And another rectangle right here, and another one right here. Okay, and then I just create zigzags along the way, some wrinkles, and we're good. Fix that up. There you go. All right, so we're good with that. Let's draw a zipper right here, and the zipper kind of just goes diagonally down like this. Pocket, I mean. And it just sort of goes down the jacket right around there. I'm going to draw the kind of a little wrinkle on the jacket, or just a spot where, let me fix that. Just a spot on the jacket that goes down, a fold in the fabric right there. And let's draw a second line right here, going down. And I'm going to double up on this line right here because it is the zipper, and you kind of want to create that zipper looking thing. And right here, you want to make that a little bit thicker, kind of where the zipper head is right there. Okay. Now let's go on this side. Let's do the exact same thing on this side right here. Let's add some more detail to it. Let's start over here. We're going to draw a line going down. Not quite straight. And at this point, I'm not going to bring it to the center. I'm actually just going to bring it about a third of the way right there. You want to create that padding over here. And padding up at the top as well. It goes like that. Okay. And a little line right there. So it looks like that. And now let's just create the folds. And of course the strap that goes across over here with a rectangle right there. We don't get to see the rectangle on this side, but you will see that rectangle, the loop, I guess, a strap loop on the side. Okay. From the armpit, I'm just going to draw some lines going out. elbow lines. I guess that's the toughest thing for me to try to interpret is fabric folds, because it really is tricky, and it would be a lot easier if I showed you guys shadows, because that's what fabric, folding fabric looks like. There's more shadow and light than actual straight lines, actual lines that look like this. All right, so here's that. Like I said, I didn't want this to start getting into details right away, but then we kind of just accidentally did it, and that's completely fine. Let's zoom in on the face, on the head, because you don't really get to see the face. And let's shape this a little bit more to a more acceptable shape. So you want to make sure, when you zoom out, you want to make sure that the head that you made is proportional to the body, of course. So now this is the hood, and I want you to, instead of making straight lines, I want you to take these lines and give them a natural, just a natural zigzagginess to them so that they're not straight. I'm going to draw another line right there. That's for the seam. And then from here, a seam going down to there, and a seam going down to here. Okay, so those are just fabric seams right there. This is going to be dark, and you don't see much except for the reflection of the red mask that he's wearing inside. Okay, that mask, I'm going to start right here, and it goes out to the side, kind of just creates these cheek lines like that. And within those cheek lines, I'm going to draw some ovals. He's got those silver discs that are on the side of his mask, right there and right there. You want to try to make that as even as possible. And he's got some silver thing that kind of sticks out right here, connecting his mask. Okay, and so we're going to leave it like that. This whole part right here is going to be covered in shadow. Otherwise, it's pretty much just his collar. Let me erase the center line. Don't need that anymore. But we will fix this little thing that we did right here. So I'm going to shape that. I'm going to draw this right here. And this kind of goes up and up right there. And then goes out again. And I'm doing the same thing on each side. And right here, I'm going to kind of create these two lines. And then I bring these two lines to the edge like that. So it looks like that. And right here, this line that we did initially just goes underneath that and that. Okay, now the top part, we're just going to draw a straight line across like this, and then a narrow little part right here and right here. Okay, now the hood kind of goes up like this on that side, and then this goes this way. It goes like that, and then let me zoom out here. It sort of doubles up the zipper part of the second layer down here, and I draw that line twice all the way down to here. Okay, I draw a line right here, and I also draw the zipper on this side by drawing two lines going all the way down to here, and then a line going across right here, kind of like a zippered hoodie, which is pretty much what that is. Okay, going back to the head, this white jacket has straps coming out of the collar. He's got collars right here. So you see this line that we did right here, the second line, we're going to bring that out, and then we're going to bring it kind of on the side of the hood like that. And you want a strap coming out from here, going out like this, and here I'm going to create like the head of the belt. So it looks like that with a line in the middle. So that's kind of like what the belt looks like on, what belts look like. And on the other side of that is the other side of what a belt looks like. So let me bring this jacket up. I'm going to create a collar over here. Kind of goes on the side there, like that. And then from here, just the other side of a belt, like that. And I mean, you could even put some belt loops on it. Now let me zoom out. I'm going to double up on this right here. And let's fix this jacket. Now this jacket actually has a pocket on this side. And the pocket is right around, okay, you see this torso line right here. I'm going to put the pocket right in between so that this line kind of goes across like that. So pocket right there. Okay, and then a little thing at the top. A little thing on the side, so the pocket. And then I'm going to draw the pocket so that it comes out a little bit like that. So it looks like this. Okay. And then right here, an angled pocket right there as well. Okay, some wrinkles right there. And let me draw another line similar to what I did over here. I drew this second line right here on the jacket. I'm going to draw a second line from here, actually right around here. I'm going to draw a second line going down like that. Okay, so that's that. Let's focus in on the shirt. Let me just fix up the hood, the bottom of the hood here, or hood, the chest. And right here I'm going to draw two straight lines like I did earlier. And then below that I'm actually going to create two lines that kind of go higher up as you go to the center. And then right around the center I'm going to kind of create this shape. Let me zoom in so that you guys see what I did there. So I did this straight line initially, and now I'm going to draw a little straight line like there, two lines going down, and then these long lines that go across like that. So that's the chest right there. And let me fix that little contraption right here that we have. This little rectangle actually has a, well, actually let's just draw it as a rectangle. No need to get, no need to add much detail to that. Okay, now the Red Hood has his shirt actually goes in on the sides towards the center right here. I'm going to double up on that. And he's got some zigzags right here. I'm going to start right here. And it goes out like a triangular pattern. Right there and right there. So think of it as a zigzag going like this and this right here. And he's got some, for every, I think he's got 3. I'm just counting it on my reference photo. Here's where it ends. I'm going to double up on that. And then now, at the tips where you got these little things that point, I'm going to draw a buckle or a something like a circle right there, here and here, and there would be one here and here as well. And then lastly, I'm going to draw a slash, like a knife slash right there with some duct tape on top of it, like that. Okay. Now let's go to the belt. We made this initial square right here. I'm going to draw a line going straight right here. And over here, I'm going to draw these semicircles like that. So that's going to be the buckle. At the top here, I'm going to add another line going across. That gives that belt a 3-dimensionality to it. And same thing over here, another line going across there and another line right there. I'm going to draw 2 more circles right here. And then another line like that. And this goes like that. And I'm going to create this, well, it's part of the buckle, but it gets hidden by the jacket. It just looks like that, like a triangle. Okay, now this, I'm going to draw a second line right here. Apologize for my shaky hand. And then I'm going to draw a line right there. And he does have canisters right here, but they're going to be hidden, so we're not going to bother drawing them. I'm going to draw some straight lines, a straight line right there as well. Okay, now we pretty much got this part done. Let me just draw 2 lines right here going down the center. And 2 lines right here, they meet right there in the crotch area. And then we've got some wrinkles coming out from there and here. From here, I'm going to draw lines going down the center of the thigh and here as well. Just going to add some texture to the buckle and the strap. Make the strap thicker than the pants. Round off any of the corners that you have. Same thing over here now. And as far as the magazines go, there's no need to give it a little more detail. I'm actually just going to draw it like this and like this. So it's a rectangle, and then I'm just going to draw another square at the top of it, so it looks like it's 3D. And then over here, pretty much just a rectangle. And that just goes down like that. Okay, so that's that. All we really need to do are the hands. And the hands are going to be quite tricky because they are covered, or we're not going to draw the entire hand here. It gets cut off at the gun. And so from here, I'm going to draw a line going like this and line going out. I'm going to draw a little line like that. And then from here, it kind of sticks out like this. Okay. And then here in the center, I'm going to draw, well, actually, I'm going to draw a line going like that. And this is going to be the thumb right here. Here and here. And then a line like this. And then from here, I curve it until I have a thumb. Now go back over here. At this point, I draw a line going like that. And then over here, I draw a line going up. Okay. Gets a little tricky right here. Okay, from here, a line going like this, and another line like that. And then here, a line like this. And then over the thumb here, a line like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the index finger like this. And the index finger is on the trigger. And then lastly, now I'm just going to draw this little line right here, and then I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 fingers. So that's him holding a gun right there. And there's a lot of detail on the gun, but I'm not going to bother since we're not completing the gun anyway. I'm just going to create a series of lines going like this, a line going like this, kind of like that, and maybe right there. So that's a gun that he's holding on this hand. Let me draw that line right there. And he's got some padding. He's wearing gloves. He's got some squarish looking padding right here on his thumb part. And for the most part, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. Now on this side, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to draw sort of a curve like this. And then a little thing like that. I'm going to draw a small little line, and then the thumb looks like that. Okay. Goes up, and a little line like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a line that's parallel to the arm, like this. Okay. And like that. That's the gun right there. And let's draw the gun right there. Okay. Now back over here, I'm going to take the hand, and it goes out like this. So now I've got pretty much the thumb and the gun. I'm going to draw the top of the gun. Just going to create a bunch of lines for the top of the gun here. I'm not going to get into any detail on it really, just drawing the top of the gun. Oh, but he does have a little circle right there. And then not much else except we'll draw the trigger finger right there. And actually that looks a little funny. Let's make the trigger finger look like this instead, not quite curved. And then just a line down at the bottom, like that. Okay, same thing again, he's got these squarish looking padding thingies on the thumb. And that's it. So once you guys have that, we are finished with our Red Hood drawing. Oh, actually we're not. He's got one more strap, and it sort of goes across his Red Hood emblem. I'm going to start right there and just 2 straps going across, one here, and a rectangle in the center. And I'm looking to see if there's anything else. I think I've gotten most of it. So there you go, you guys. That is how you draw the Red Hood from the Batman Arkham games. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
And that is all the time that we have. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. If you are proud of your drawings, I would love to see it. So please go to the Google Plus community and post your artwork there for all of us to enjoy. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to do my tutorials or to make my videos, I have links to those in the description below. Clicking on those links helps to ensure that content creators like myself are supported so that we can continue making good stuff like this for you guys free of charge. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you guys subscribe. Here in this channel, I show you how to draw your favorite characters and easy to follow, simple step-by-step instructions. So if you guys do like what you see, please hit that subscribe button below this video. And if you guys feel like being awesome and you want to support this channel even more, I have a support button that is on the main page of my channel. I have merchandise for sale, such as this shirt right here and this mug right here. Links to those in the description. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy enjoyed this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you guys liked this video, commented below, or shared this video with your friends in social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, dry2.com, where you can download a coloring page of this tutorial and my other tutorials in this channel. Again, links below. Finally, thank you once again, and as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.